Time My Collection, hello and welcome back to the channel. This is a special video, 1 year owner's perspective of owning a Rolex, and not any Rolex, a Rolex sports model, and not any sports model, the Rolex Explorer 124270. And with respect to this video, I'm not wearing a watch because we're just talking about and focusing on this one. This is how I normally store it at home, in this little travel pouch. I think it's cool. I do have a watch box, but currently don't have any watches, so we'll get onto that later. But this is a true grail watch for me, and if there's anyone that's waiting for this watch from the AD right now, be patient, check in, send an email every few weeks, go into the shop, because this is definitely worth it. It just 100% worth it. What I'll do is I'll start off with the buying experience, which at my AD was absolutely fantastic. They put on a nice spread of food and drink, and I never expected that at all. So considering when you just walk in and then sometimes you don't get offered a drink, and then to collect the watch, there was that sit down experience, which I would have been quite happy to just have the transaction and leave, but it was different. That was very nice. I just left the shop just feeling, wow. I did leave the shop in a normal bag, not a Rolex or Watches of Switzerland bag, but it was a normal bag because I was feeling paranoid that I'd just got this thing with me and I didn't want anyone to know that I picked it up. But yeah, that day was absolutely fantastic, and I wear this almost every day. I can say that. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see I post wearing this everywhere. Some of the posts, I get some comments of people saying be careful, or I would love to wear it there, or you've inspired me, or whatever. But I actually wear this everywhere, and there is signs of wear, which is absolutely fine. There's a little mark on the clasps there, absolutely fine. Don't even know where it came from. I've worn this hiking, on mountains, skiing, to the shop, to work, everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I love this model. And it is just so sporty and slick that that's what enables me to be able to wear it everywhere. Because you can. It absolutely does everything. The question I would ask, how does it feel to wear Rolex? Great. But it also feels great to wear a Grand Seiko and an Omega and a G-Shock and an Aquamaster, all of the other watches in my collection. So I know there's a big hype around the brand, and that doesn't put me off from wearing it anywhere or from how people may think about me. I don't mind. I just absolutely just love the watch, and this brand makes this watch, and I've got it. I did have a Smith's Everest, which was a homage to the 1016 of this watch. However, I finally acquired this watch, and as they say, the rest is history. Is absolutely fantastic. Also, what I'll do is just wind it up. I actually sold 2 watches shortly after this entered the collection, and still sounding fantastic. That is because this just overtook my Seamaster 1957. It just felt like it was obsolete. I had a Grand Seiko SBGA. There we go. SBGA 413. Absolutely belter of a watch. So beautiful. But this watch, as I wear it so much, it just made those watches obsolete, and I ended up selling it. Selling both of them. And I did do a video and put it on the channel, so you can check that out. But it was I never thought I'd sell those watches. When you buy a watch, I don't think you plan to sell it. And I didn't think I'll sell that at all. My finger's a bit slippery here. But this watch here, absolutely fantastic. I love NATO straps. As you can see, there's some NATO straps here. This watch has worn these NATO straps. I'll throw some pictures up. It was very difficult getting this bracelet off. Very difficult. I did struggle, and I did have to bite the bullet and buy a pair of these bad boys. The versions. What are they called? Pinchers, not pinchers. Don't know the correct word. However, version 7825. This makes it a lot easier to just in and off with the bracelet. Especially for these new type of sports watches. Let's see if we can see. It is very small, it's very tiny. So you do need a tool like that to get these off easily. It's not easy to keep changing the NATO because of a little groove that will damage the NATO on this watch. However, that has helped me love the bracelet. I went on a trip to skiing, and I had the bracelet on, and I absolutely loved the bracelet. After that, it just felt comfortable the whole journey, and it's completely changed how I view the watch. I still love NATOs, of course. I'll still wear NATOs, of course. I still buy NATOs, of course. But this watch is absolutely fantastic on the bracelet. It got to a point, once I sold my other two watches, I was just wearing this so much. And because I was wearing it so much, I was taking so much pictures and so much videos on Instagram and stuff. And my Instagram just kind of took off. It blew off. And I guess people was just loving seeing the Explorer consistently. Whereas I would have thought, not that I was doing it for other people, but I would have thought having a wide collection, having 6, 7, 8 watches that are great or people would like to have them, that's what would be like a good collection. I've actually gone down to 2 type of watches, and I think this has been the happiest I've been as a watch collector, as a watch lover, because I'm just wearing it so much and I'm not having to choose or rotate. I'm just wearing and loving it so much. And thank you to everyone that's been to my Instagram recently and viewed, liked, or shared anything, because it is absolutely fantastic. It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. I'm not sure if you know, you may just be following me so you don't actually know. But if you look at my Instagram account now, there's almost 10,000 followers, and then maybe 10,000 followers by the time you're actually watching this video, which is crazy. Some of the videos are over 1 million views, which is crazy. And it is all of this watch here, which is outstanding. And that is just me wearing the watch and just taking pictures of it everywhere I go. And I can only do that because the watch does fly under the radar. You can wear it. People don't notice it. And it's not like some of the other sports models where you can see from across the road at nighttime because they're so like bling. However, this is just under the radar and perfect. Absolutely perfect. People who have messaged me to say they've now put themselves on the register for this watch, that means a lot to me as well. And I hope you get that watch. Anyone who has now bought the watch and showed me on Instagram, thank you, because when I opened that message, I absolutely loved knowing that your inspiration came from this watch or from my Instagram or from this channel. So please keep sharing these Explorer moments, journeys. Please asking me questions, because you know anytime you ask me a question, I love replying because I just love talking about watches and stuff. So please do keep it up. I absolutely love it. And the one dislike I will say about this watch is the NATO situation of having to change the NATO, of it damaging the NATO. You can't just thread it through. However, I found love in the bracelet, but I guess that is what would make this watch perfect. If the NATO could just slide through and I can just change it out to anyone that I want within 10 seconds, like some of my other watches. These are the NATOs that have been on it. It's like the classic one. I'll put a picture up here. This green looked fantastic, and this darker green, I didn't really favor it, but when I did ask for opinions, a lot of people favored this darker olive military style green, but all of them looked fantastic anyway. This is a true grail watch for me, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Fantastic. It's the middle of the day, however, I've also acquired this tool just because the Lumas, this is so great to see. So this is something else within the year I've bought along with the version. You can just see that glow already. Absolutely fantastic. They have recently released a 40mm of this watch. And a lot of people seem to be getting it. They're being offered out fairly easy, fairly quickly, and good luck. If that is the one that you want, go and register it. Hopefully you get it super soon. I did have a look at it, and I felt it was too big for me, maybe because I'm too used to this. And I also do like the Air King. That is the same shape almost as the new Explorer 40. And I didn't like the Air King because it looked busy before, but that size, I think it suits it well. And I think the Explorer at 40mm doesn't have enough going on, although I would love this for the simplicity of nothing going on. It's weird. I don't know, what do you guys think? This is my year owner's perspective. Would I buy it again if I lost it? Yes. Would I wear it to the GP when I'm 85? Yes. Would I hand it down? I guess so. However, I feel like I'll need to replace it with a newer one that's 36mm or so. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but my close people and family know. They know me by this watch because there was a bit of a shock for them that, oh, you like watches? Oh, you like Rolex watches? But when they realize how and why I like watches and I'm not showing off, they actually just see this watch as me now. And that's what I love. I love that. I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please have a look at my Instagram. It's great stuff's going on over there. You can also buy Time My Collection a coffee as well. I'll leave the link in the description below. That supports and helps the channel. Thank you very much for everything. It's been a great year with this watch and a great last 3-4 months with the watch and my channel. So please, thank you. All the best.